A warning from God. That's how local residents describe the catastrophe on Lombok. 5 severe earthquakes, hundreds of aftershocks, and new tremors almost every day. Judith Edel has lived on the Indonesian islands for a year and a half. The German national works at a diving school on the island of Gili Trawangan, near Lombok. Once a party destination and diving paradise, today it's a ghost island. We travel with her to Lombok to deliver aid packages.
We got a call from our employees. They said, "We've received nothing. Please, please, please help us." At that point, my other German colleagues and I said, "Okay, we have to do something." I'm right in the middle of this situation. Since the first big earthquake, I've been trying to make a difference.
Here the earth shakes on a near daily basis. Judith has counted more than 300 tremors since the start of August.
Everything that is still standing has to be demolished. These buildings can't be left like this. They have to be taken down before someone gets hurt. That was a school classroom.
Judith is visiting this remote village for the 3rd time. She's delivering supplies like baby food, medicine, and toys. For a few moments, these young ones can again feel like children. They can forget what they've been through, even though the memories are still fresh.
I'm always afraid. During the last tremor, my mum was carrying me. She fell down, so I hit the ground too. Since then, my back's been hurting.
The residents have built a tent village high in the hills. They're afraid of tsunamis. Judith is tired, but happy she can help, even if just for a while. The last weeks have shown that a new earthquake could strike again any moment. More than 80,000 houses have been destroyed. More than 560 people have died. Indonesia lies on the Pacific Ring of Fire, the most active geological zone on Earth. On the way, we find Ismiyati and her children. Together, they search through the rubble of their home for remnants of their former life.
I can't put my feelings into words, but I have to stay strong. We're not the only ones who have been affected. Everyone here is suffering. I believe that God wanted to send us a warning.
Everyone here is hard at work clearing the chaos with their bare hands. The sheer amount of rubble makes this seem like an endless task. Ismiyati hopes that government-supplied bulldozers will soon help clear her property. Crisis management here is functioning well, the locals say. We travel to the far north of the island, where the devastation is extensive. Almost 400,000 island dwellers are living in tents like these. This is the biggest emergency shelter on Lombok. It's also a temporary control center, where the military, government, and aid organizations are coordinating the relief efforts.
The biggest challenges here on Lombok are the destroyed infrastructure and the traumatized population. People here live in constant fear of another earthquake.
In a trauma center, 6 psychologists work around the clock to care for children of the catastrophe. Some of them have lost their parents in the earthquake.
Most of them were very scared. They cry all and over again, but little by little we make treatment. We give them therapy, and we give them something what they need, psychologically and physically.
It's the biggest disaster the region has experienced since the 2004 tsunami. The tourists who have stayed behind and who are so important for Indonesia know this. Judith's diving school is almost empty. Few people want to wait here until either the ground settles or a new quake shakes the island. But the 32-year-old doesn't want to leave.
I know that my decision to stay here and not to return to Germany has worried my family. But if I were to leave with the images of destroyed and empty islands, it would take me longer to process the trauma of that than if I stay to help with the reconstruction.
The Gili Islands' economy is fueled almost entirely from tourism. But we only found a handful of tourists on the whole island, like this couple from France.
I may feel a little bit guilty about it because I'm just in holidays here. I don't have the worst side of the story. I'm just here to enjoy and have a good time, but the other people, they also need us to be back in the future again. So.
The authorities hope to complete their reconstruction efforts within 6 months. It's an optimistic goal for the people living here in the rubble of Lombok.